I was terrified when I read the scripts. I'm like, oh my God, this is so scary. I'm so self-conscious, and I'm so like, it freaked me out.
I shouldn't have let her go alone.
But I don't.
That's not your fault. I really don't want to be in here alone.
You're okay. I'm here.
You care about me, right?
I know I do.
Who is that? That's Steven's girlfriend.
Hello.
Great. Gosh, is that you? I'm used to the blonde Grace. I'm like,
I know. I said goodbye to Lucy.
wow, literally complete transformation. Is that for a role or just like you literally wanted to rid yourself of Lucy?
That's the one. That's the one.
I like the new look, even though I'm like crushing big time on the blonde Lucy. I could live with that.
Yeah, Lucy went dark. Lucy went dark.
Well, that's a whole new, maybe we have a sequel or something going on there.
Yeah, maybe Lucy's evil twin. Well, I guess Lucy is kind of evil right now, but she doesn't need an evil twin.
There's
But
a few more episodes to get that straightened out,
true,
I'm just going to tell you right away, like, this has bonded me and my sister like nothing else. Like, literally, we're having conversations about this. I told her there's like a few more episodes left. I think she's going to be going through withdrawal once it like officially ends, because we're both hooked on this show. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm so glad.
Even my star, though, I mean, I'm so glad to talk to you, first of all, because I talked to everyone else on the show besides you. I'm like, we need to make this happen. But
good.
I saw the first episode. Then the second episode, I was staying at my mom's house. I was staying over tonight. I'm like, I'm going to turn it on. And it's like, I go to get a snack and then I hear moaning sounds. I'm like, oh my God, my mother's going to think I'm watching porn. Okay. At her house. Like, it was just unbelievable. That really got me introduced to really what the show is headed at. So,
oh yeah, that is a big part of this show.
Episode 2, I think it really started getting going. First one was kind of somber, but unbelievable. I don't know if it hit me in a way that like, these are relationships between like college people, but like I'm single and I'm dating. So is my sister. That's why probably we're bonding so much over this. But like these things are still happening in our dating lives, and we know people. And it's like, this isn't exclusive to like a college sort of thing. Like in today's society, it's still relevant in a dating world. Absolutely.
It's a timeless issue. I think no matter what age you are, what your personality is, like anyone is able to be, pulled into something like this. I think that's what we wanted to show. Like Lucy isn't necessarily this victim that's this pushover that's just being manipulated. Like she's a strong-willed, confident girl in the beginning, and she gets pulled into this guy and becomes so infatuated with the passion and the excitement and these new feelings. And I think it's so easy to mistake those feelings for love or potential love or, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's the lust and getting swept in a moment. And that happens to people constantly, you know what I mean? And it's incredibly relatable. It's so amazing because I haven't seen a show that hits that spot on when it like dating. This takes place in different time frames and all, but it's still so relatable to today's dating world. Unfortunately, too.
Yeah.
Wish it was much easier.
Hopefully it shows that it's normal, and that you don't have to feel bad if you have been in a situation like that, because everyone has at some point or another in their life, so it's like, I feel like it's so easy to feel ashamed if you've been manipulated or gaslit, but it's so unfortunately normal. And hopefully this just shows or helps people to get out of a situation like that, or understand maybe the red flags that could lead to that. It's definitely a cautionary tale, and it's not glorifying any type of relationship like that.
No question, but it's maybe it's a guide map not to make these mistakes for someone who's about to be entering that, or in that position finds themselves like, okay, that could be a lot good taken out of it.
Yeah.
You guys are so, like I mentioned, like I didn't expect what was going to happen. The sex is very, I appreciate the authenticity of it, because it's like in a lot of like it's part of the storyline here. It's a major part of these characters and all that. I'm wondering when your first impression was, when, I don't know, if you got the script and they're like, oh, you're going to actually have to be naked. Like, what was going through your mind? I couldn't imagine, like, how do you react? Were you cool with it? Did you know in advance? Like, how do you mentally kind of prepare for something like that?
I was terrified when I read the scripts. I'm like, oh my God, this is so scary. I'm so self-conscious, and I'm so like, it freaked me out. Just being naked on television, but just reading the scripts and seeing how crucial those scenes were to the story and to those characters made it all okay. And it really tells a story of its own in the sense of the power dynamic and the power shifts, and that age and being sexually awakened, and again mistaking that for maybe love or whatever it may be. And I just thought it was so, it wasn't exploitive in any way to me, and it was really necessary to the character and to the plot of the show.
I agree. And everyone, kind of takes that foot, into the water in a sense too. So it's at least you're not doing it alone in that way too. But yeah, it totally, I was trying to think like, oh, would this show be different? I'm like, yeah, I think that's really actually important to show the rawness of this all and being in a moment. Cause like you see movies and they cut away and all that, but when there's so much like emotional, that it gets involved with the physical aspect, I think that was a bold choice, and kudos to all of you for going with it. So made it even that much more real.
Thanks.
I guess I'm going to leave you off here before we leave. Do you miss this character? Like, do you miss being with the crew now that it's over? Or is there maybe hope for more? Because like you get into it so deep. Like, how do you feel after it's all done?
I mean, we all became so close that we still hang out all the time. We're all here in LA. So they became like, we became such a close group, and it's been so great. And I really hope we get to do it again. Oh,
that's cool. I mean, you guys really bonded on screen, felt like real friends, and everything seems real about this. That's why it's such a topic of conversation. But heck of a job. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. And now it completes everyone, that I've spoken to on this show.
Yes, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. 3 more episodes. So, I don't know what I'm going to do then, but, I'll be looking out what's next for you in that case too. So.
Thank you. Thanks.
And it's, what, and hey, I'm glad I got to talk to a crush for once. So thanks for making this happen too, for my personal aspect of it.
Thanks so much, Jim.
Thanks, Grace. Have a good
one.